It's the Year of Shame Challenge.
Hello and welcome to the preview show of Series 8 of the Year of Shame Challenge podcast. I'm going to be your host today and my name is Stuart Whitehouse, or just Whitehorse, whatever floats your boat. Joining me today are four very distinguished manfolk. All the way down south is James Yarwood. How are you doing, James?
I'm very well, thank you, Stuart.
Excellent. And all the way up north is Mr. Packer.
Good evening, listeners. All right,
How you
mate?
doing?
Yeah, good.
Excellent. And all the way down under is Duane Pearson. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. And yourself?
Oh, yeah, I'm not too bad, not too bad. And all the way to the west, or we like to call Wales, whatever, is Richard Purvis. How you doing?
Bloody tidy, mate. Absolutely bloody tidy.
That was horrendous.
That was absolute shit, mate. That was terrible.
Right, before we get to the meat of potatoes, Richard has prepared a Year of Shame pledge, which we must honour with our lives, even though that none of us have actually heard it yet. But over to you, Rich.
Year of Shame 8 Pledge. Dave, Richard, Duane, James and Stu hereby pledge allegiance to the Year of Shame Challenge Season 8 podcast. They promise to uphold the rule of law in name and spirit. They pledge not to purchase any games or hardware, nor sneak a go on a mate's machine. They renounce all game passes and the like, and the purchase of a cheeky bit of DLC. If any are caught flouncing, they will accept all ridicule duly dealt and accept a right old ribbing. They state for the record that the aim of 2020 is to reduce their pile of shame down to an acceptable level and to support their buddies in their darkest wrongs.
Right, so we've got the Year of Shame rules, and they're going to be very quick and very simple, and they're going to be very easy. So if any of the hosts have got a problem with it, then jump on me right now. Right, so rule number 1: absolutely no purchases, nothing. Apart from, if your hardware breaks, you can replace it. But if the hardware comes with a game, you've either got to bin it off until next year, or it has to be one of your Joker. And there's one Joker, one gift, and no Game Pass or PS Now like subscriptions. However, you can have PS Plus or Xbox to play your games online. That's the core rules. Is everybody okay with that?
Yeah, what about the software for Dave's sex doll?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Didn't
'Cause
really think of that
listen,
one.
she doesn't just operate herself.
Well, that's what I mean. You've got that, you'll have the hardware, but what about the software?
Oh, Phil.
Exactly.
Do you think it's a game?
You know, she needs to talk in different
Right.
accents depending on what mood I'm in.
Oh, give us an accent. What kind of accents, Dave?
Right, anyway, enough about my sex doll.
Okay, right then. And now, just a very quick explanation of the classes. Now, I'm going to post my spreadsheet and that. I'll put it in the show notes, and I think other people will as well. We'll get them all together. But there's very 6 classes, and it's very simple. So they range, 6. Number 1 is you've never touched the game. You've bought it, and you thought, great, but you've not even loaded it or anything. Number 2, you've played it for 20 minutes, and then you binned it off. Number 3, you've played a fair bit. You've played a fair bit of the main mission or whatever and campaign, but you've not completed it. Number 4, you've completed the game, but you've got unfinished business. Number 5, you've finished, all done. And number 6 is evergreens. Now, evergreens are like your MOBAs, your multiplayer games, your Division 2s, all those kind of things like that. So you've completed the story, but you can still play multiplayer, and they never end. And that is it. So any problems with the rules and the classes?
None at all.
Look, we're good to go, mate. That is absolutely
Sounds
fine.
good to me.
This is going to be a very good podcast.
Seeing as our pledge was so heartily taken up by everyone, I think
Without hearing it.
without saying.
Without hearing it, we haven't. You could
No, we've heard it
pledge that
now.
We could bloody anally finger ourselves every other Tuesday. We don't know, do we?
Dave, you're breaking the illusion.
You've broken the
You
fourth
dick.
wall, Dave.
Oh, right, sorry.
Stop
Sorry.
it. Yes.
Moron.
No, I thought Stu had alluded to that in the beginning.
Yeah, we carried it on.
That you're a moron?
Right. Sorry, mate.
Right then,
Yeah.
what was you going to say, Rich? You were going to say something?
No.
Rich?
No, I'm going to say absolutely,
okay.
100%.
Right.
We're on
Okay.
board.
Right. Excellent.
Brother.
Right. Right. And also, we would all like to thank you, the Year of Shame Challenge Series 7 hosts, Steve Adcote, Richard Folder, and Tony James. Thank you for the service to the Year of Shame Challenge and inspiring us to check our piles. The first pile joke of the night.
Hey.
Boom.
Good
Well
job,
done,
guys.
boys.
Well done.
Did you just call him Tony James, by the way? Toby. I thought you said Tony.
Toby.
Yeah,
I
no,
said
Dave has a
Tony.
problem
Who
with
knows?
English.
You know what? I'm Whitehorse, so who gives a shit? It could be anything he wants to be. Right then.
You
So,
never trust
looking
a
at my
man with
show
two
notes-
first names anyway. So Tony James,
That's
Toby,
very
Tony,
true.
Toby, Tony James.
Right then,
Didn't
so
attack
we're
himself.
gonna go straight onto our piles. Wahaha.
Ba-dum.
More of an introduction of who we are. So,
Yeah,
James,
is this going to be the last Piles joke though? I know it's the first one, but could
doubt it
possibly
very
be the
much.
last?
I would hope
Probably
though
not.
you lot would take the mantle and carry on the pile jokes. I don't have to deliver them all, please. Don't let me, please.
Right.
Right then, James, who are you?
I am.
Who are ya?
I am James Yarwood. I'm
Hey!
35 years old and I'm from Bristol. Yay!
Same as Dave then.
Oh fuck! I'm not. Oh no, shit. Actually, I'm not 35 anymore.
Forgetting
I'm
how old he
36.
is, he must be getting.
Oh, what?
Boo!
Ruined.
Okay.
You're not even midlife, you fraud.
Yeah.
Right then,
not
so
quite
when did you
midlife.
join MLG?
So I joined MLG 5 years ago, 4 years ago. I just happened to be looking for a FIFA team to play with, and I slid
He
into,
slid into Rich.
the MLG team
dirty
simply
FIFA.
because they were active. And I can imagine
Yeah.
they all went, who the fuck is this guy who's joined? And they were kind enough to let me stay, which shows you.
Can
What,
I
as in
con-
who the
can
fuck
I
is this
con-
guy? 'Cause
can
he's
I
so
concur?
good.
Can I give it the kind of the other view from the
Absolutely,
MLG?
because I've never actually heard it.
We accidentally left the invites open on our FIFA group, and James joined, and we started a game, and he actually, so he started within the game, and he wasn't a terrible defender, so we allowed him to play a second game, and then he wheedled his way into chat.
Brilliant.
And that's it.
Ah.
There you go.
So
What an origin
complete
story
nutter
that is.
Rando.
And have you been to many MLG X's?
I've been to 2, 3, definitely 2.
I think yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
what,
I've been to
I'm
3.
asking this
No, I've
question
been
for the
to 3.
audience. I know you how many you've been to. I've been there with you.
Yeah, I know. I've been to 3. All of them in Birmingham.
Right. Yes, yeah. So the big question: why are you doing this? Why are you doing the Year of Shame?
I'm doing it because you and Dave were doing it originally, but also it actually gives me an excuse to get through the close to a century amount of games that I probably should do more on, or at least start.
Ah, okay. Well, yeah. Don't tell us just yet.
I'm not
'cause
going
that'll
to.
come up in a second. But actually, that leads us neatly into the next bit. What's on your pile? How many games have you got outstanding?
So
There you go.
on the list at the
Tell
moment,
us about that. How?
there are 88. There is now. There's more than that.
Two fat ladies.
No, it's
Fat
two fat
ladies,
ladies, mate.
absolutely.
Is that two fat ladies?
It is
or
two
it-
fat
yeah.
ladies. You're showing your age there, Rich. You old fucker.
Alright.
There's probably more than that.
Yeah, you knew. You did know it, James. You did know it.
You knew the bingo call, so why is that showing my age?
Well, that shows you where I spent my youth with my grandmother in her bingo hall.
Okay, is that euphemism?
As, if you want it to be.
James took his brad up the bingo hall when he was younger. Brilliant.
Oh,
Oh,
so
we tried to stay professional for so long, and we got into the first intro.
We have, yeah. We've done quite well. Are you only playing on PlayStation, by the way, James? Or
no,
do you use
I
other
have
platforms?
the Xbox as well, but I think there's only 4 or 5 games on the Xbox. One of which was Sea of Thieves, but I started that a while ago, so that's no longer a class 1.
Is that classed? But is that classed as an evergreen? Does that game got an ending? I
Well,
thought it was open.
I think for
and
me,
you chose your own
I think for
event
me
too.
it would be classed as a 2 or a 3 because I haven't put that much time into it. But
Oh,
anyway,
okay.
I'll give you a quick rundown. I have 51 number 1s. 9.
What?
So 51 number 1s.
That's a lot. Jesus.
It's not decade of shame, mate.
No, these are games that I've not touched. This is I have 51
Yeah, I
that I've
know.
never touched.
Yeah, that's one a week.
Yeah, I know. I've got
Fuck, even
I've got
a day.
9 that I've played for 20 minutes or so. And then I've
Yeah.
got 23 number 3s.
Mate, those
0
51,
fours,
those
0
51 games,
fives,
did you
and I've
buy
got
them all
2
last
sixes.
week or something?
Ooh.
Right.
Okay, 2 6s.
No. Some of these they don't bake that back that long.
No,
4 or
it's
5
not.
years.
It's not Duane.
You wanna... Yeah. Okay.
What?
Yeah.
So,
You've been.
and to give you I'll try and give you a little idea of what sort of stuff is on my list. There's things such as Skyrim, Fallout 4, The Witcher 3, Bloodborne,
Yay.
Small games.
Shadow
Very
of
small
Mordor.
games.
So all these really short games that take 10, 15 hours. So yeah, it's
Wow. Okay. Well, my next question was that, like, what are the? Well, you've named a few, but what are the ones you really want to clear off your list? What are you classing as your top?
in no particular order.
If
The
you only
Witcher.
complete, okay, if you only complete one, you want to do The Witcher.
No,
if you only complete
if I
one,
could only complete one,
at the
I see
moment.
that I can't do that because I've got so many games. I've got, as I said, The Witcher. I've got loads of other ones which I can't think of
Yeah.
right now.
That's okay. I'm sure we'll have a look at the spreadsheet.
Yes, because mine's.
Oh,
up
you know how
there.
much I like spreadsheets, and I'm quite looking forward to looking at that.
Yeah,
Right then, and here's the big one: are you going to reveal your Joker with us at all?
my Joker.
Have you? is
My
there any-
Joker's going to be
your
my
Joker.
Joker's gonna
Like,
be a
yeah, is there
really,
a game next
my
year which
Joker's
you
going to be
fancy?
a really
and-
really dull one because it's the one that I buy every September to continuously play, and it's the one that got me into MLG in the first place. It'll be FIFA
Dwayne's
21.
shaking his head.
Oh dear God, really?
That will be my
Oh well,
Joker.
each to their own.
So all those really good AAA games, all those AAA games that are coming up in the first few months, will pass me by until January 2021.
Okay. Right. Is there anything else you want to add at the moment?
No.
Or do you want to pass it? Or do you want to pass the baton on to Dave?
I will pass the baton on to Mr. Packer.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you. Right, Dave. Who are you? Give us a quick little bio about who you are.
Right, okay, so I probably am a true midlife gamer in the fact that I'm 45, so I think I'm probably halfway through my life now. Maybe over half, who
I'll
knows?
start on that.
Over half, definitely.
Maybe, yeah,
Three
maybe
quarters.
maybe two
Packer.
thirds.
You're definitely over half, mate.
What else? Yeah, so I started my gaming career early. I think my first console was one of those Binatone TV Master things where you played several versions of Pong. Then kind of moved through the consoles, Master System, Mega Drive. Had a few years off drinking and all the rest of it. And then,
Puberty.
And now you
And
just
then,
brought gaming back into drinking.
yeah, well, I never stopped drinking. I just found more room for gaming again. Yeah.
Is that as your wife lost interest in you?
I'm not sure she ever had. Well, maybe so at some point.
Yeah, you know what? I can understand why she never had interest in you. I've met you.
James.
If this is a little bit of a personal joke, but anyone who's listening does listen to Atletico Mints. I can't ever help but think of Packer as the Beardsleys.
Yeah.
And I'll just leave that
With
hanging.
my Armenian neighbour or whatever it is. Albanian.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in terms of MLG, I think similar time to James then, by the sounds of it. I joined about 4 years ago. I just moved jobs and I was looking for podcasts. I had a commute of about an hour and I thought, well, I'm into video gaming. Let's get some podcasts going. Had a bit of a search. Found the Midlife Gamer podcast. And yeah, that was my in, really. And then that's how I kind of got in and got to meet you guys and
Excellent.
started getting pissed with you every September in Birmingham. Brilliant.
Can I
Dave.
recount the first time I met Dave?
Yes, because it'll be brilliant.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound
Oh,
like I'm
yes.
being the connective tissue here because I'm not. But we were at the Ibis budget, and I can't remember who it was. James, I think you were there. I'm not sure. Stu, I don't think you were staying there that week. I think you were, but yeah.
No, I was. My first one was the Budget Ibis. It was
Budget Ibis. That was the year of Mr. Leather, I think. Was that Dave? Was that?
Oh
Mr.
no, it was my
Leather?
second year. Sorry. Yeah,
I think it was.
Yeah.
The guys on the leads,
Mr. Leather World, and whoever came in. But you came through the door, Dave, and said, you said hi. I said hi, and you said, are you MLG? I said, yeah. You went, oh, do you want to get pissed?
Excellent.
I said, sure. Oh no, you said, do you want to get pissed with me? I said, yeah, sure, man. Yeah, come with us.
You guys would. Yeah, you were just on your way to the pub actually as I walked in the hotel. So
we were. And that was 10 in the morning, and then we put you in the taxi at 5 p.m.
No, I'm disputing that. That was the
standard.
second year I went to bed at 8
so was
o'clock.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Okay, fair enough.
The first year I stayed up till at least 9:30. Yeah, so that that was a stroke. That was a stroke of luck happening across that podcast, which has led me to where I am now. Really.
Excellent. And why are you doing the Year of Shame this year? What's made you go for it?
Well, there are three reasons really. The first reason is that I'm bouncing off a lot of games at the minute. My pattern is I'll buy a game,
Be shit at it.
not be not be very good at it. I just bounce off and move on, and then I think, that game's not for me. I'll buy something else. And that's happening with pretty much every game I buy at the moment.
Okay, that's one. What's number two?
Have you tried dialing down the difficulty settings?
Putting on easy mode.
Baby mode.
So so I want to spend a year of not doing that, of not buying new games. So that will, I'm hoping, force me to play and appreciate what I've already got. So that's one of the reasons. The second reason is I've got a lot from this community over the last few years, and I think it's probably time to give something back.
Give back. You don't you dare say you're going to give back.
So if we end up with any listeners at the end of this, we may or we may not. Let's see what happens. It'll just be nice to hopefully give people a bit of entertainment. Really.
Okay. What's your third point? You had three.
Yeah. Well, the third reason is just fun. Really. It's this whole process will be a laugh. It's an opportunity to spend more time with you guys. So I've not done anything like this before. This is going to be fun.
Okay then. So what are the top games on your? Well, what's on your pile? Not top games. Like what's your pile looking like? So you're saying you keep on buying games all the time. You must be in your 200, 300 of games you need to clear off in a year. Can you do that?
The total amount on the pile is 205.
What the fuck?
Yeah, hang on.
You all sat there and when I said 88, you all went.
Yeah, no, but you've got 88 100-hour games on that pile.
Oh yeah, there is that.
Yeah, there is.
And you're still playing FIFA.
And FIFA.
Yeah, and you won't play any of them, and you'll just play FIFA.
Yep.
So tell us a bit about how many Category 1 games are in there. Do you know at all?
I've got to say to begin with though, that 205. I've put PS Plus games in that as well. And I don't think any of you guys have.
Have you?
I put a couple of ones. I put a couple that I was interested in.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and me as well. But my own rule was if I've bought it, then it will go on the list if I've not done anything with it. PS Plus ones as well, they're a part of the subscription. So, but I've put things on there which I would like to play. So, but okay, that's fair enough.
Well, my thinking is that a lot of people listening to this will have those same games.
Yep.
So, and probably haven't touched them either. So I'm going to test them out for those guys, and I'm going to play the shit games, so you don't have to. Basically, that's what I'm going to do.
It's a public service.
Mate.
Well done, man.
Well done. Yeah.
But maybe, I'll uncover some hidden gems in there. You never know. But so that's the kind of PS Plus stuff. In terms of the big games that I've got, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which
Yeah.
is I've had a bit of that's probably a class 2. I've played a bit more than 20 minutes, but maybe I'll put an hour into it. But I need to go back to that one.
An hour out of the 140
yeah, exactly.
hours that it would take.
Horizon Zero Dawn's on my list.
Yeah,
that's
mine.
another one I want to have a look at because
love that
everybody.
game.
How far you?
great game.
How far do you get on that?
3 hours, maybe 3-4 hours.
I haven't even touched mine
Are
yet.
you actually out of the starter zone?
No, you can't.
Maybe it's more than that. It was a while since I played it. It's been a while, but I think with that one I'm just going to start again because it'll be bewildering anyway. Because I've left it alone for so long, so I think I'll just start on it again.
Yeah.
But everybody raves about that. You
Yeah.
know, it's a great game, so I definitely need to have a look at that. God of War's on my list as well. Mate, it's hard. It's hard.
I couldn't
it's
get
hard.
on the God of War. Well,
Yeah,
God of War
the new
what?
one. The new one.
God of War what?
Which one?
3.
The
Actually, I've got
reboot.
3 on mine.
The Norse mythology one. Yeah.
The one with his kid.
Yeah. That's hard. That's hard.
Okay, what's...
See, I can't work out. Do you know what I'm scared about? Is actually, if I look at my library, that's actually there. I remember playing that. Was there a demo?
Don't know.
I remember
can't
doing
remember.
like 20 minutes of that, which is what I remember doing everything. And I think I've got that game, and I haven't actually noticed it.
Yeah. What else have I got?
Okay.
Just Cause 4, which I bought a couple of days ago actually.
I was going to say, you only just bought that, didn't you?
Have you
The
done
Just Cause
Christmas
3, I
sale.
love
Just Cause
3.
1,
Put
2,
a lot of
3,
hours
Dave?
into that. Just Cause 2, yeah, it was okay. Traversal was a bit of a pain, to be honest. Just Cause 3, I completed. Yeah,
Did you complete them?
I complete some games, Rich.
Well done.
Some, not many, but some.
Okay, so...
Yeah.
So, well, okay, out of all the games you've got, because obviously we'll publish your list and whatever if you want, but out of all the games, which ones do you really want to complete? You want to definitely cross off your list?
Well, I think the couple I've mentioned, to be honest, I think Assassin's Creed Odyssey is one, and probably Horizon Zero Dawn. I think those are my two that I definitely want to do. I've got, we mentioned the PS Plus games, but there's a lot of smaller games as well that I want to complete. if I can.
And you mainly PlayStation as well? Is that what you mainly play on? You mainly play on PlayStation as well?
Mate, I
Do
only
you have
play
any
on
other platforms you
PlayStation.
play on? Okay. Okay.
For the players.
So are you going to...
It's for the players.
Only on PlayStation.
For the players. For the players. So are you going to reveal your Joker to us?
I can't. No, I can't because I don't know what it
you're
is
gonna
yet.
buy? Do you
I
know
don't
what you want to buy next year? Ah, really? So there's nothing next year which is like you're quite intrigued about and you want to...
I've made a bit of a
Mind.
list of stuff coming out next year that
Keeping your powder dry.
I'm thinking about. Cyberpunk's on there,
Yeah.
but I don't think I'm going to like that game. But I might just get caught up in the hype and buy it anyway.
The Last of Us
Yeah.
2, is that another
That's
one?
there, mate. That's there. Yeah, obvs. That's there. There's a Predator game coming out, which is on there because I think that'll be some good multiplayer fun to be had there.
Predator.
It's called.
AVP?
No, it's called. I can't think what it's called now. It's a Predator game. It's similar to. What was that game from a couple of years
Predator?
ago? It's exactly like that. But they're
I know what you mean. I've
one
forgotten the
person
name.
plays the
I've
Predator.
forgotten
It's a
the
bit
name.
like Friday the 13th and Dead by Daylight, that kind of thing.
Dead by Daylight. Do you mean Dead by Daylight? Oh,
Yeah,
that
with the
would be
Predator.
I
good.
hated Friday the 13th, the game.
Yeah, but that's the same. Yeah, but that's the same. Yeah, but this is Dead by Daylight, right? So that's AVP, right? AVP 2.
No, it's not
Did
called
anyone-
that. It's
does
called
anyone-
something else.
Yeah, but Alien versus Predator was that, right? One played Predator and then played the Alien. Did you ever play that?
Mate,
You
that
guys
was a
play
film.
Yep, it was bad.
Was that a game?
No, I
that?
didn't play
Sorry,
it.
Duane.
Yeah, I played it.
Thank you. I'm not insane.
No,
am
not
I?
at all.
To be honest, it was one of the best games that has ever been made. AVP 2.
No, it was
Yeah.
bad.
Stu? It was bad.
It was okay. I mean,
When did you play it? It was like the late 90s.
yeah,
man,
it was on
when
the
that came
Xbox
out.
360, so it was a long time ago.
Oh,
Right.
well, no.
I've just looked it up. That Predator game is called Hunting
Yeah,
Grounds.
Stu. Yeah, Stu.
Thank you, Google.
Stu is holding this together now for us. He fucking knows this. He's brilliant. Yeah, that's the one. The other one that I may be a joke for me next year is the Avengers game.
Oh, okay, interesting.
That could be a good multiplayer game if they do it properly. Do you remember the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles game at the arcade?
Yes.
Yes.
That was phenomenally good fun. I'm not. I don't. I think it'll be. I don't think it'll be that. I just think it might be
Because was that the one we had four. You had four sectioned units on the one.
Yeah, like
machine.
Gauntlet. That yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely, Gauntlet.
But what my joke will be?
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know yet. Let's wait and see.
ooh the suspense.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I know. I can't wait. Right, so it's now passing over the baton to Duane, all the way in New Zealand, and we're going to keep on mentioning that because it makes us sound. It makes us sound more exotic than we really are. However, the most fucked up thing is, everybody, he's the one with the best internet connection. All of us lot,
he looks really
same
clear
country,
on my
terrible.
screen.
Him, other side of the world, perfect.
11,000
He
miles
does,
away, and
doesn't
I've
he?
got the best internet.
Yeah, that's because they're fucking civilized over there, and then
Yeah, we are, definitely are.
So, Duane, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So, I'm Duane. I live in New Zealand. I am English, but I moved down here almost 3 years ago as a result of Brexit, but we're not going to go political, so don't worry about that.
No. Politics are off the
I've
tables.
been gaming for pretty much as long as I can remember. Probably, I think my first gaming memory is this ZX Spectrum, the 48K with the rubber keys. That was an awesome little machine.
Oh,
Yep.
yes.
See.
Masturbation.
Oh, yes.
What was your first game? What was the first game? Jet Set Willy or
Probably the one I remember
Rocket
putting a lot of
Pack?
time into was R-Type. That was a solid little game. I love that. Yeah, that's kind of about it. That's me. I'm not a particularly interesting person.
I don't believe that.
I'm quite boring apart from
Oh no, you're
apart
not.
from all the gaming, I suppose. Yeah.
So when did you join
I
MLG?
joined in October 14, I believe, or so Facebook tells me. I did check that out.
Ooh.
And my reason for joining was because I needed people to play Destiny with. I needed a raid crew because I wanted to get into that Vault of Glass and see what was down there.
Oh, Vault of Glass.
Okay.
What a
Excellent.
loved that.
And seriously, if
memories.
anybody wanted to
How
go
many
back and
hours?
do some of those original Destiny 1 raids, I'd be up for that because they were
I'll
solid.
come with it. Yeah,
Abs-
we could have that as a
Interestingly,
community. No,
what popped up on my Facebook feed was a 9-minute video I recorded of our raid crew trying to do the jump puzzle in that game.
Oh, fuck me.
And Duane, I tell you what, I was always 3 weeks behind these.
Yes,
fuckers.
same.
That
always
really
waiting for them
surprises
to-
me, Rich. That does.
So,
Always waiting for them to
Yeah,
get it done,
and-
and then I'd like
Yeah.
ride on the coattails of somebody else. That's always how it worked.
yeah. So I'd be up for going back into that world and actually do it because I never got any of that content.
I would
done
more
at
than
all.
happily stick Destiny back in.
Yep, I prefer it loads over Destiny 2.
It sounds like we're planning
Okay,
on
that could be
so-
something.
Stu,
to do.
Stu,
That could be
write that
something to
down.
do.
Write that down, Stu.
No, we've got. Remember, we got a section in the show notes, teasers and
Yeah,
things to
there we
come,
go,
so
yeah.
we could add it in there.
Yeah.
Right. So why are you doing the year of shame? Are you
a
mad?
little bit, but I think as I'm about to reveal in a couple of minutes, my pile is a little bit shorter, but I want to clear it before PlayStation 5 arrives, I think. And I think with that sort of on the horizon, late 2020, I think I need to kind of clear out as much as I can before that happens. Otherwise, these games are not going to get played.
Not that you're going to be able to get the PlayStation 5 in 2020.
Well, I'll get it in 2021.
Yeah.
Well, you
And the rumor is it is backwards compatible, so you could.
Is
well,
it
the game's
backwards?
PS4
Is it
game.
backwards
No,
compatible?
the rumor.
They've said
I
that
didn't
the
say
past
it
couple of
was.
gens. They said
Fucking
PS3 is going to be backwards compatible.
You heard it here
They said
first.
PS4 will be
First,
backwards
folks.
compatible.
Whitehouse
Stuart has
has
said.
I don't speak.
The
for
white
Sony.
horse has spoken.
The White Horse.
Sorry, Duane. Continue. Let these riffraff.
So yeah, it's
talk
just
amongst
to get
themselves.
some of these games out of the way. I have a terrible habit of buying something. I think like everybody, playing it for a little bit, and then something new and shiny comes along, and it's like, I'll play that one instead until something shiny and new comes along.
Yeah.
Just like your women.
Yeah.
And what's on your
So
pile?
I actually have quite a small
tell us
pile
a bit about
compared
it.
to some of your guys, but 32 games, which I think is quite small, but they're all priority ones and priority...
That sounds
this is the
manageable
thing,
as
they're all
well.
priority ones and priority twos for me this year, so I actually want to get pretty much all of them done. I've got 9 class ones, 9 class twos, 12 class threes, and just 2 class fours. And I do want to get as many of them done as possible, so it's kind of be like an all-out get as much done as possible over this year.
Excellent. Okay. And is there any games in particular you want to clear
Breath
off?
of the Wild.
Which I know you want. I know you said you cleared them all, but so you're multi-platform as well. So okay.
See,
so what? Sorry.
Every time you guys say something, I've got to add something to my list. I was like, of course I got Breath of the Wild. It's just on Switch.
Yeah,
I forgot
absolutely.
about
So I've
that.
put about 40 hours into it. I'm only about halfway through, so that's...
Oh,
So I've got a trip
that's
planned
big.
to
Is
Japan
it big? Hang on.
in
So
February, so that's going to be going with me for like hotel evenings, and that's my plan to get that one done on that trip.
So do you play games like I do, where things like that, where I have to do all the side missions?
Yeah, I just
or
totally
do you
get
mainline
distracted.
it and then go to side
Totally
missions
get
later?
distracted all the time.
Yeah. Okay. So that's probably that's not going to help. So any others on that list?
Horizon Zero Dawn. Weirdly,
Yeah.
I've put Bloodborne on the list, so that's because
Great game.
I hate myself that much. I'm going to do that. The Last Guardian.
Yeah.
A couple of Pokemon
Bloodborne,
games.
that's on my list like that as well.
I've got Gears 5. I've got Control. Last of Us
Stu loves
Remaster, which I
Control.
want to get done because I'm going to just
Don't
put it
play
out there.
Control.
My wild card is going to be The Last of Us 2. So the remaster is going to be played before that arrives.
Hang on.
Okay. Excellent.
Right, Duane, we like that because you've called it a wild card.
Wild card
so
Joker.
do we get a wild card and a Joker then?
No, it's the same.
No,
it's the
you
same
don't.
thing. It's the same
Stop
thing.
trying to bend the
Shut
rules.
up.
We haven't even bloody started. And you're trying
Shut
to bend
up,
the rules.
or we'll
already.
eject you.
What are you doing?
You will be ejected, sir.
Sorry, Duane.
So excellent. So are you, by the sounds of it, because you got Switch and PlayStation, is that what you play on, or do you play PC or Xbox as well?
I've got PlayStation 4 is my main. That's the one I kind of do most of my gaming on. I picked up an Xbox One so I could play Gears, but I've got a couple other ones. I think I got Recore on my list. I got Sunset Overdrive.
Okay.
So those ones which I need to kind of go through as well. And I've got Switch and I've got a 3DS. So all the normal consoles. I don't play on PC because I hate Windows.
Yeah. Right. Okay. And on that note, then, Rich, it's all about you now. All about you. So, who are you? As if everybody doesn't know who you are. Just give the uneducated a little insight.
A little insight. Okay, my name is Richard Purvis, aka cruelbrit. The name cruelbrit came from me in 1999. Stealing. A mate of mine came up with the idea of. Do you remember Cool Britannia from the 90s?
Yes.
Yeah, Tony Blair. Let's get him. Yeah.
Tony Blair, Cool Britannia. Yeah. Well, he went. Oh, do you know what? I've got a really good name for going online. Cruel Britannia. And I went, that is really good. I'll steal that. And registered Cruel Britannia everywhere. And then got really bored with it, and then ended up calling it Cool Brit, because Cool Britannia is really because I'm not dyslexic, but I'm really shit at spelling, and Cool Britannia is really difficult to type in continuously forever. So anyway, that's where Cool Brit comes from. I'm 45. I'm 45 and a half years old, and probably my first gaming memory, Jet Set Willy, 1982, Spectrum.
Oh, really? Excellent.
I think not Jet Set. Maybe Jet Set Willy. I can't work out Jet Set Willy or Jetpack on the Spectrum.
I think it was Jet Set.
And the thing with that's what I said.
You said you weren't sure, but I'm pretty sure it was Jet Set.
Yeah, but there was another game called Jetpack not
Yeah.
Jetpack Joyride, what the kids plays anyway. But that was it. Spectrum. The interesting thing about me is that for some reason I stick to brands like a motherfucker. So through all the 80s, I stuck to Spectrum up until Spectrum Plus 3. I can't remember. When everyone else was rocking the Amiga, my parents were still buying me Spectrums and putting floppy disks in there. But there you go.
Excellent. And how long have you been with MLG?
Probably 10 years.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. The first time I don't know. I have no idea how I stumbled across it on the podcast, but it's got to be. I was looking back through the listening to the episodes and listening to a couple that I remember, and I actually went back and went, do I remember this one and do I remember that one? And I went back to 2009. There was an episode called Frank and Beans. I don't know how long you guys have been listening to. Stu, how long have you been listening to MLG for?
Since 2015, so about 4 years.
Yeah. So I think
relatively
I
new.
hooked in there about 2009 on an episode called Frank and Beans. So I've no idea why, but actually I think I do, because I was looking for people to play Left 4 Dead.
Oh,
Left 4
great
Dead,
game.
and it must have been Left 4 Dead 1. So I think I went on some Left 4 Dead forums, and that was when basically MLG was just on the midlifegamer.net, and Facebook was almost non-existent. In fact, Darren was completely and utterly against Facebook for many years. So that's when I first hooked in there, and I think I went to my first MLGX in 2015, maybe, when it was the second Riley Club. And the first person I met there was one Toby James.
Legend.
Toby.
Oh, right.
If anyone recognises that legend, who I think I was walking towards the Earl's Court, and there was a guy who was walking back the other way away from Earl's Court, and I kind of said, "Oh, are you where are you going?" And he went, "Oh no, don't fucking bother going there. Come to the pub and get pissed with me." And that was it. So that was all good.
So, yeah, Toby was in the
Excellent.
hotel when I walked in, stood next to you, Rich, actually going to the pub. So
Yes, I mean, I haven't seen Toad face to face for a kiss and a cuddle for quite a while. So, so Toby, if you're listening, brother, kiss and cuddle, mate.
Hopefully next time.
No,
And so why have you decided to do Year of Shame? What's
mainly
your dirty little secret?
jealousy, because I saw you guys doing it.
Really? Okay.
FOMO, bit of FOMO, mate.
Awesome.
Yeah. All my brothers, man, and I was like, yeah. No, it's a good. No, to be fair, I kind of dipped in last year. No, I've got a terrible habit with, and James, I know James has, but I've got two games which are terrible habits would take up. I've got enough time to play games. I do play a lot of games. I play 3 or 4, maybe 5 hours a day. But I play FIFA and Rocket League, and that's it. So I have got to do, and I have got.
You must be really good at both of
many
those.
And
then,
he's
Rich, by now.
he might be good at Rocket League, not FIFA.
James,
What?
mate, seriously, like you are. I will give you the fact that you are better than, you're crap at FIFA, but you're better than most people we play with. But I'm close second, man. I will take you this year. I will.
There's a reason you're called Dr. Diver.
Anyway, whatever. Yeah, fine. Rocket League, I'm better than anyone on this podcast. But I can't say I'm better. I'm not better than Adam Boyd. That's it. But
He's
yeah,
good. He's good.
But I get obsessed with esports, and I hate esports. It's things, and I want to break that addiction basically, because when I complete a game like Spider-Man, which I did last year, and platinumed it, I really, really, really enjoy it. But I just don't do enough of them.
Okay, so do you actually want to play less of FIFA and less of Rocket League, or do you just want to Still
No,
playing the
I
same
want to
amount,
play.
but
I
force
want to play
yourself
less.
to play.
I want to structure my week. I want to structure my
Okay.
week. I want a number of hours on FIFA. I want a number of hours on single player story
Okay.
mode stuff. And there is a type of game I like, but I just don't commit to it, basically.
Right. Okay. So then, what is on that pile of yours?
Well, on the PlayStation alone, there's 125. There's about
Go on, Rich.
there's 50. There's 15, and I'm just looking at my Steam, which basically I thought was quite clean, but because I'm on a Mac, it was only showing me Mac games, and it didn't show me my PC games, which I haven't actually booted up. It is kind of Packer level stuff. But what I thought I'd do, because the other guys have gone through their stuff, is just give you an idea of what's actually loaded on my PlayStation right now and how far I'm through them. So like Outer Worlds, I'm on. That's loaded on 7% through that. Forest, I downloaded that when it came out, 1%. Borderlands 2.
1%. Did you switch it on and switch it back off again? What?
Yeah. Have you played Forest?
No.
Yeah, you'll understand.
Okay.
Borderland 3, I'm 10% through. Now I when I booted that up, I thought I was about 70% through it. I felt the best, but that's it. I've got Division 2, I'm only 64% because of all the DLC. Sniper Elite, 4%. Beat Saber, this is just going through. 13% through Beat Saber. Red Dead Redemption, I'm only 28% complete on that.
What, the first one or the second one?
2.
Right, okay.
Now I've completed the story.
Fuck it off, mate. It's
Storyline
boring.
on that. No, it's
Oh,
not
if you
fucking-
completed the story, you've completed it. If you want to go in and do all the other stuff, then that's fine. But to me, that you've done a completed. If you've completed the whole story and the is it the epilogue at the end?
No, but I haven't done the epilogue yet. But
Okay.
But to be honest, Stu, I want to go back and do Red Dead is I want to go back in there and start. And
That's cool. Yeah, definitely.
I wouldn't mind going back in there. Diablo 3. Now I have. I don't want. To be honest, I don't.
Talk to Steve about that one.
I don't. Yeah. That's what I was saying on that. It's like intros, like season 19. I just don't. I don't get it. I love it, but I just don't get it. Now the big one for me is Witcher. Now I watched Witcher last night, or whenever this is going out. I watched it when it first came out, Witcher, and that's got me in. I have got to. What I'm going to do to make this all of this handleable is I'm going to pick a game a month, and I'm going to complete a game in that month, and I'm going to complete Witcher. Do you know how far through Witcher I am? 20.
Have you got all the
20%.
DLC? Have you bought all the DLC as well?
It came in a pack, so which is why I think I'm 20% through.
See, I have Witcher on my list, but luckily it had no DLC, so I'm good with that. So
I don't know what to do with that.
What?
It's got to be. To be honest, I'm doing Year of Shame. If you go back to the little question before, I'm doing Year of Shame because of The Witcher. I have to finish it. I have to finish it. It's a game I want to platinum. I'm too scared to kind of lay that on the ground and say I want to platinum it. But But
that's a big game to platinum.
And then just below that, I've got GT5, Gran Turismo. Sorry, if you remember that game. Monster Hunter, only 27% through.
Oh, mate, that's massive.
And then, because of Duane, I put
You're
Breath of the Wild and bloody Bloodborne. Do you know what I mean? It's just too big to handle. Like, if I can get through that list that is just downloaded on my PlayStation right now, I'd be happy.
Right. And so, but are you mainly PlayStation? Are you actually including your Steam games and your Xbox games and your whatever games?
Mate, you look at if you looked at Steam, some of the apps I've just got this fancy. I think because I used to role play so much, I buy RPGs thinking that they're going to be a replacement for role playing, which they never are. So you can name every major RPG over the past 10 years is in that library. So Yeah, I've just booted up now. So Dragon Age Origins.
Yeah, I've got Inquisition.
Yeah. I've got that as well.
Inquisition.
That was ridiculously cheap, wasn't it, on the PSN?
Crusader Kings, Elite Dangerous, Fallout 4. I'm just literally picking them out. Every Half-Life 2. No, I've done
Half-Life's
that.
great.
Have you not finished Half-Life 2?
I think I have. How does Half-Life 2 finish? Does it finish in that crazy portal kind of weird? Does anyone?
Yeah,
remember how it finishes?
yeah, it does.
I'm pretty sure
It does.
that's how that finishes. I think I've probably done that, but mate, Space Hulk. Warhammer 40k, Dawn of War, Wastelands 2, Wastelands 1, The Witcher 2, XCOM. Oh my god, XCOM's on there. I can't get through that.
XCOM. I'll get XCOM on the Vita, and I remember buying it, going, "Oh, I'll play that." And every time I load it, I'm going, "I don't want to play this game. I don't want to play this game."
It's
the really reason slow as well on the Vita.
The reason I play it. I mean, XCOM. I was playing that in the 90s on. I kind of on my mate's PC. I couldn't even tell you what the spec was, but it was But anyway, there you go. That's cheery. If I can get The Witcher done, mate, that's it.
Do The Witcher in January, job done.
Right, by the sounds of it, mate, it looks like you're not even going to have any time for a Joker or a gift. I don't know. It's up to you whether you want the two. But like, if you were going to have a Joker or a gift or whatever, what would you go for?
Yeah, I'm a bit Yarwood on this one. It's my Joker's gone with FIFA 2021.
Already,
shouldn't be. I wish I say it could, but it's going to be done. And the gift, I'm not. Yeah, let's see how it goes.
Maybe your perspective on games will change, Rich, through the course of the year, and FIFA might not be your Joker.
It is.
It is now.
It's like saying to a crack addict, move on to a stiff whiskey.
Okay, yeah.
Right then, I believe it's me now. So would somebody like to ask me the questions?
Rich.
Go on
then, Dave. Go on, Dave.
Tell us about yourself then, Stu.
Right, I'm 46-year-old and I still love playing those computer games. Live in the Midlands. My gaming history, my first console was an Atari 2600, and Space Invaders was my jam, and I loved it. I even found out how to do a cheat in there. So if you turn it on and off quickly twice, you get double shot. And I used to then keep on the scores as well. You could it only went up to 9,999, and you just zero it. It was fantastic. And then that was all the way up to PS1. So in the middle was VIC-20, Amstrad 6128, my Atari ST. Loved my Atari ST. Many happy memories with Dave Southall as well with the Atari ST. Actually, and my Amstrad, to be fair, which we broke the space bar on it playing Silkworm. But then, for some reason, I'm more of a PlayStation gamer, but for some reason, PS2, it just missed me by. Nothing to do with that. I didn't even know it was launched or anything like that. Just complete. I don't know what happened. I lost my gaming mojo, or just other things.
I think we've all had a break from gaming.
Yeah, but it's really amazing because everybody keeps on saying you missed PS2.
Mainly,
the PS2 was
probably
like the best PlayStation era, and yada yada yada. But I jumped back into PS3, and it was near the end of its life cycle. And a friend of mine showed me Mass Effect 2. And I work in IT, and so I know things. But I was watching it when they were playing it, and it just blew me away. I could not believe how good that game was. And I appreciate that the PS3 version was probably the worst version, but I didn't know any different, so I absolutely loved it. And that's where I just got back into the whole gaming thing. And since then, I've just played it. Now I am a PlayStation centric person, really. So I don't have any other consoles. I had an Xbox for a bit, and I didn't like it, so I sold it. Just couldn't stand the thing. So, and I've got a Steam account, and I've got the typical Half-Life 2, Team Fortress, Portal. But I've played all the single player campaigns on those, System Shock and all that stuff, because I love those kind of games as well. Anything like Deus Ex and all that stuff, absolutely love it. So yeah, so that's a little bit about me.
Why are you doing this, mate? What's your motivation? What's the crack?
Well, I've got a ruck ton of games I need to clear, and I just keep on playing Division 2, which last night, well, whenever you hear this, finally got the platinum. So, but
Yep.
I can't put it to bed.
Raps.
I cannot put that to bed. I still will play it. Still never completed the raid. I can't believe that. Never completed it.
Fuck that raid.
Fuck that raid. To be honest, I think. Dwayne, have you got Division 2?
I didn't. I got Division 1, didn't enjoy it, so I'd never dipped into Division 2.
Oh, that's a shame because Division 2 is exactly the fucking same.
It is. It's one of those games. It's weird. It's one of those.
Cool, Dwayne.
It is one of those games where it's not. I know it's not that. It's good, but it's not that good. It's not that good to me to spend all that time in that game. But for some reason, it's relaxing. It's really easy. It's nice and unless you do PvP and then it's fucking annoying. Or you do the raid and it's just.
Tom Clancy would be so upset with you.
He didn't write the game. He died many years ago. It's just his name on the box.
Is he dead? Is he Tom Clancy dead?
He's dead, isn't he? I thought he was dead.
He died trying to complete Division 1.
So what was your question? So like, why am I doing this? Well, also I wanted to change, and again, I suppose echoing what Rich said, it's just everybody on the podcast I like, all the hosts. So, and it's just, and I want to clear some of the list off, and I just think it'd be different as well, mix it up a bit. And I need to.
So you put yourself, you went first on this, Stu, didn't you? Steve-O put that message out saying anyone want to have a go. You put yourself out there first.
Yeah. I just thought, that'd be good. I'm in for that. I don't know, I just fancied it, just a change, and it's quite exciting. Now, at the moment, I recently listened to the Year of Shame Challenge 7, the intro show, and they were all very enthusiastic, and the last show, they were all very not that enthusiastic. So I wonder, because at the moment I'm really enthusiastic, I wonder if I'm going to be slowly going down and down and down. But we'll find out. I don't think we will. I think it'll still be good.
We'll start like James, like really unenthusiastic.
Young.
Just build up from there.
Thanks, the baby of the group.
And just to describe to the listeners how enthusiastic Stu is, actually, he's got some kind of fucking setup. That guy has. He's got a microphone, a proper microphone, on one of those extendable arm things and everything. He's blurred his background out. He looks the absolute bollocks doing this on his on the screen. It's like a professional YouTuber.
Yeah, so, really, I'm not.
Stu, no way is all that enthusiasm going to ebb out by the end of the year.
I hope not. Way. I'm really enjoying it at the moment, and it's good. And and all of you lot are a good group of guys as well, and the community should be good. Obviously ribbing will be expected, but it should be good as well for support.
Stu, I just think holding us together as a crew is going to be a challenge. The Year of Shame.
Yeah, only because you're going to be like in a corner going, I need FIFA, I need FIFA, I need my Rocket League, I need FIFA. But no, you said you complete The Witcher. Fuck you, Stu. No, it's all about FIFA.
I know. Oh.
You get the feeling, right, that if Stu wasn't here, you're right, Rich. He's the glue holding this together. To be honest, if he wasn't here, I don't know what would happen. Well, I get the feeling that Duane, because Duane looks quite professional, he'd step in and he'd be doing all the technical stuff.
Well, Duane, you've got to be the second parent.
Oh, I'm the mum. Great.
Yeah.
I didn't say that,
mate. Otherwise, it's left to the other three. Yarwood can't even fucking dress himself in a hotel room.
Yarwood. Are you dressed? Are you dressed tonight, Yarwood?
Yes, I am in. I have socks on. They're grey. I have black shorts on, and I have a blue t-shirt on.
Who wears grey socks?
They were the first pair of socks that I pulled out of my drawer.
Who wears grey?
I don't know.
There you go. Stick that up your ass, Packer.
Right, remember, this is radio.
Let's have a look, Dwayne. What you got? Show us
radio.
He's got Star Wars. He's got a Star Wars mug. He's loving the Star Wars.
I to be honest, being in Welsh Wales, I don't have the internet connection to have video on. So there you go.
Any other questions for me, Dave?
Yes, mate. Right. What's your pile then, Stu? Let's we've talked about why you're doing this. What's your pile looking like,
Right.
mate?
I'm only really going to include PlayStation stuff because that's what I mainly play on. But it also does include Vita and PS3. I still play all those systems, still all hooked up. In total, I have 119 games on my pile, which I need to clear.
I'm
I've
sorry,
actually got more.
Stu. Sorry, I'm sorry there. Can I just interrupt you? You seem to have said you had Vita.
Yeah, got a Vita. Love my
Right.
Vita. And a PS TV. Love it. The best.
Okay.
Anyway, so I've got 119 games on my pile. But there's more than that because I've also put a lot of evergreens on there so we can play as a community and things like that. So, but when I publish the spreadsheet, you'll actually see what they all are as well. But it'll be like Titanfall and all that kind of stuff.
What?
Titanfall 2, that is, not 1.
Right.
But I have 34 games in particular I would like to clear by the end of the year, but the maths doesn't really work that well, and they are quite biggish kind of games. Some of them.
Give us a couple, mate. Give us a couple.
Well, like some of them, again, like mentioned before, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is one of them. Watch Dogs 2. Now, if you know my history with Watch Dogs, why the effing hell have I bought Watch Dogs 2? I have no idea, but it did look good, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna have some of that. Sleeping Dogs, got that on the PS3.
If you stop,
Have you got any games that haven't got the word dog in them?
have you got Goat Simulator?
No, I haven't. I've got a fair ton of VR games. I'm not going to play this, but I've got Skyrim in VR. I am not doing that. No way. I don't even like Skyrim. Yeah. But I thought, you know what? I'll buy that because it was 20 quid. I'll support the developer because, yeah, they really need my money. And I played it for like half an hour going, I don't want to do this. I don't like Skyrim. Why am I doing it in VR? So,
Stu, did you play it in VR? Yeah, you played it in VR.
Only a little bit. Only a little bit.
Did you get to the first village? You know, with the first blacksmith.
Yeah. And the dragon takes off, breaks the building, doesn't he, or whatever? It attacks the building, I think, at the start. Yeah.
Yeah, I spent about 15 minutes. Being inappropriate with the innkeeper's wife.
That's what I should have done. That's probably how I would have liked it then. Would have been more enjoyable.
And then
Rich, I like the way you look behind you when you said that.
Yeah.
Right, so
Did anyone hear me say that?
The dog's coming.
So I've got about 12 Category 1 games, 17 Category 2, and really they're the ones I'm mainly counting, to be fair. But they do range a lot, and also the way I've got my list done is I've got big games like Assassin's Creed, but I've also got smaller games like Vanquish, which I've never completed. Got on the PS3, loved it, and I got halfway through. I know you know the interesting thing. Next year they release the PS4
and I was like,
remastered version, and I'm going, I can't. I've already got the PS3, so I'm going to go on. I know really likes it, but like smaller games and things like that, like some puzzle games and stuff. Let's see what I've got on my list, which are right. So, I'm a sucker for. I haven't fallen that bad, but you know the Christmas sale what's going on the PSN at the moment.
I've avoided that.
I did buy
Plague.
I did buy into Entitled Goose Game, but that's not a very big game, and my kids will love it, so it'll be fine. But the only other game I have bought before Christmas, which is not in the sale, was The Outer Worlds, and I'm planning on completing that before New Year.
Yeah.
So I'm about 60% away through that, 60 to 70. But I'll keep on. If I mainline it, I'd complete it in about a week. Be easy. But I'll keep on doing the side quests and all that stuff. So
don't you feel like you're doing it disjustice by just mainlining through it though?
No, I'm not. I'm not mainlining. No, that's the thing. That's why it's taking me so long. I don't when I play RPGs like that, or Western RPGs, I can't mainline them. Because I want to be leveled up. I want to be able to take the boss and just flick them out the way, kind of thing. I don't want to, go, oh God, I'm stuck here now. I better go back and backtrack and do all this. I like to do all the backtracking and I'm one of these people as well. I'll play a game, and where obviously the game is trying to tunnel you in a certain direction, and you're going, no, I'm not ready for you yet. I'm going to go over there.
Yeah,
well,
that's
do that for about 14 hours.
That's The Witcher, right?
Yeah, but I've got games like We Happy Few, and I bought that digitally download, 60 quid, and I played it for about an hour, and it was okay, but I just want to go back to it. But then I've got smaller games like Adrift, Little Big Planet Vita.
Oh wow, really?
That's a
it's
nice
a great
little
game.
game.
I just
I
never
had that.
completed it. But yeah, Actual Sunlight, which is another Vita game, small game, Unit 13. But I got Grand Theft Auto, and I bought that because of James and a few others. Because there was one time they were all like, "Oh, Grand Theft Auto, we'll do all this online stuff," and I got the game because I got it for I think it's £20 disc, and booted it all up, got all the patches done, and I joined in, and then I spent. Can you remember this, James? Spent about 2 hours just beating my character up, or me trying to drive Chris's car somewhere. Is he there? Oh yeah. So and it was just. But I've never done the campaign. Never done it. I think I did it for about 2 minutes. There's a bit where you got to steal a car at the first, and then I never.
Online level 150 on that game, and I've played about 30 seconds of the campaign, the single player.
I've just downloaded or bought on the sale the online only version.
Ooh, GTA 5 online is so much fun.
Now GTA 5. Now hang on. I lost the disc to that, so I've got the save data but no disc.
Okay.
So the only way I could even move through that game would be to beg, borrow, or steal. I don't even know how that fits in the rules. If someone lent me a disc, I could play it.
No, mate, that's
no. We'd say no games that you don't own. That's the nice simple rule.
I do own it. I do own it.
Oh, okay.
I've lost.
I suppose you can replace the disc if it's damaged.
I'm 80% through that game, but I've lost.
Did you not pay the extra £1 at game to get the disc insured?
What? No. Can you do that?
Listen,
mate. Yeah.
I even have two Wonderbook games on my list. I have Diggs Nightcrawler and Walking with Dinosaurs, and I'm going to play them. I've got my Wonderbook, I've got my PSI camera, and I've got my Move controller, and I'm going to get.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I didn't even.
2015.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Fuck me, man. I've got. This is how bright. I don't like shoot. Well, I do like shooters, obviously, because I do play shooters, but I don't like things like Call of Duty. It was £10 on the Vita, Call of Duty Declassified, and it's so rubbish. But it's on my list. Never did the campaign. Never completed it.
I completely forgot that I've got loads of VR stuff as well.
Oh yeah, so I've got I Expect You to Die, Lethal VR, Robertson's Journey, Space Rift Episode 1, Super Hot VR, which I've not completed, Martian. Oh god, that was so
Astrobot.
I've finished that though, so it's
I've
fine.
got that.
The only thing I've not done is
Jacko's
Platinum
got my version of that.
Gunjack, Just in Time.
Have you finished it, James?
Oh, I lent it to Jacko before I even put it in mine.
Get it back and play it, mate. It's amazing.
Can I just say, Dave, you convinced me to buy fucking Firewall and the
Oh, have you got it? Oh,
and the gun attachment.
I really like that. So
it made me feel really sick.
Dave made me buy it, and I just found it in my loft, and I played about 30 seconds.
Hang on, have you played it yet? Rich, have you played it yet? It is a good game.
It's good.
It is a really good game.
It's good. It made me feel really sick, but it is good.
Yeah, I'll play it. I'll be definitely up for that on one of the nights. Definitely.
Stu, have you got Firewall? Have you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
yeah, I've got the aim controller as well. It's great.
Only if Dave plays.
Yeah. We'll get Dave on.
Because he owes me either owes me £50 or he owes me 15 hours of that game to play with me.
I'll play it with you, and next to me I will have a galvanised steel bucket.
Fantastic! It'll be an amazing.
So when I puke up into it, you can hear it in all its glory, and yeah.
Right. The show is running a little bit long, so I need to rein it in a little bit. But
Stu, come on, mate. Let's tighten this up. Come on, what's going on?
Any more questions you need to ask?
Yeah, I've got one more question for you, mate.
What's that then?
What's your Joker this year? Next year?
I ain't saying. Because, right, I've self-imposed the rule, I am not having a gift. That's off the cards for me. And if I do get a gift, you lot are allowed to rib me and whatever you need to do. I'm not having a gift. It's bad. I've got one Joker.
That's self-flagellation, surely.
No. It's because I want to clear my. If I have an excuse to buy a couple of games, come on, I've already got stuff on my list. The whole point of this is to clear my list. But I'm only self-imposing it. I'm not saying anyone else does it. But I know there's a few games I want next year, However, I'm not ready to say what they are because I think what I've got an idea of is I might make it a community poll thing. I don't know yet, so I'm a bit more. There's some I'm really excited for next year, and I don't want to.
Stu, I know what your Joker will be.
Don't tell anybody then.
I'm not going to. I'm writing it down. I'm going to hold this up so the guys here can see it. Right, you see that?
Nope.
No.
I don't
Yeah,
have a
I
video.
think it
No.
will be.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
Stu
what.
can
That's
see
what. That's what it's going to be, regardless of whatever he says now.
Oh, you got to
It's
tell me
gonna
what
be
it
that.
is.
Can you not see it?
Oh, no, I can now. Well, do it again. Do it again. Huh? What is...
Samantha Fox's
what-
strip
wait,
poker.
what's
I don't
E-
want that game.
What's EB... What's...
Wait, wait. I haven't finished.
Oh.
EB...
I had to. That's the one, mate. No, mate. No.
Anyhow,
Rich.
moving on.
Anyway,
Moving on.
Moving on.
Jesus Christ, Rich.
Right then. So, any of us excited about games of next year or hardware which is coming out? And we'll try and make this a quick one, 'cause,
PS5.
I think
That's
to be
it.
fair,
That is it.
we have discovered. Okay, James. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Any games you're excited for? Or anything that you're going to miss next year?
No, because I never miss
You think?
AAA games. Because what I usually do is I buy them when they're about 20 quid cheaper, and then they make Category 1 lists where I just
Right,
leave them
okay.
and don't do them.
But you are excited for the PS5, but you know you
I-
can't
And,
buy
and
that
FIFA
till
21,
next
obviously.
year.
I think
Of course.
I'm happy. I think I picked the right year just before PS5. Give me a little bit of a break. I'm such an early adopter that if it did fall 2020, it's good to wait until 2021.
There's also the fact that
Yeah.
just as new hardware is about to launch, game releases seem to sort of taper off. So I think we've picked a good year for that reason. Like the big games are going to be like fewer and far between. So I think those temptations aren't going to be
Is this
quite
us
as
trying to convince
like, full on.
ourselves? yeah. I mean, my viewpoint on that is, yeah, I'm always an early adopter, but I don't know. It's just it's only going to be out for about 2 or 3 months, and then we can get it at the start of next year, and then they'll have a couple of patches, and you'll get the first run to games, and then it'll be the better games coming out later and that. So that's the way I see
Mate,
it.
you see me, I will be like, I'm cool about it now, but if it comes out September, I will be like a crack addict in the corner.
No, I will as well, because
It
I'll be
floor
like,
me.
like, so if PlayStation announced the PS5 with a new VR and all that stuff, I will be chopping at the bit to buy that. And I bet you New Year's Day, 1 second past 12, I'll be on Amazon or any other. We're not affiliated with
Not a
Amazon, but
sponsor.
any other purchase buy stuff. No, I'll be there.
Other mass distribution oligarchs are
Yes, they
available,
are.
That's
but
it.
only in China.
So, Dave, what are you gonna miss?
To be
anything
honest,
next
with
year?
the big things, obviously the PS5, PlayStation 5. I'm not bothered about the PlayStation 5, and I'll tell you why I'm not bothered about that. And it's the same reason that I won't go to a new restaurant until it's been open for about a month.
Because
No.
there isn't a coupon.
No.
You want someone else to tell you how it
No,
works.
because they'll fuck your stuff up. They'll fuck it up. You've got a new team of people. They've not been working together. You'll order something. It'll be shit. It'll be really busy because everybody's trying out all the rest of it. Right. That's why I've never bought, with the exception of the Nintendo Wii, because fucking hell, those controllers, that blew my mind when people were waving that around and the tennis racket was moving. I couldn't believe it. But other than that, I've never bought a console on launch day because I don't want the early ones where fucking you get the red ring of death and all the rest of it. Oh, no. I'll wait until they've just iterated on it a little bit, got their shit together. I'm happy to wait.
You know what?
Is anyone Xboxing? Duane?
Anybody what, sorry?
Duane, your PC, you're through
Oh
and
yeah,
through,
totally
right?
PC through and through.
No.
Master Race.
No, I won't.
They can't see that on
I
radio.
won't buy the Xbox on launch.
I won't get that. I've got the Xbox now, but I won't get the new one until like a year later.
I normally wait till a few more exclusives because I
won't
normally
buy
buy
an
the
Xbox.
Xbox for the exclusive titles, so I wait until a few more of those are available before I dip into that one.
Probably. So I won't get the PS5. I'm more than happy to wait on that for a while. I've mentioned some games that were kind of on my radar for next year: Cyberpunk, Predator, Avengers, etc. Probably what I'm most worried about is I do tend to buy games when I've had a couple of beers and I'm sat and I think, I'll just have a quick look on the PlayStation Store. I'll look at games under £9 or whatever it is, or under £15, and I do buy games when I'm drunk. So,
Dave, there's only
Okay,
there is only a small window of opportunity to buy games when you're sober.
yes, there is. Yes, it's the digital equivalent.
Right. So
It's the digital equivalent.
do you have any credit on your?
Like a 10 to 2 in the nightclub kind of situation where I've got to get something quick before the lights come on. That's that sort of thing. So yeah.
Don't you usually just grab your own then?
Well, okay. What you got to do, Dave? Is my advice: unregister your card with the whatever platform you're on, and get rid of.
I haven't got any credit, so that's that's fine. I'll just
Okay. Unregister your card then, because if like a crack addict, you can't be trusted. Where you've had a couple.
I just won't go on there. That's fine. I just won't go on there. I won't browse. I'll remove the temptation. It'll be okay. But that's probably my biggest concern is a bit of drunk purchasing.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
A bit of drunken regret.
Okay. So the next section. This one I'm probably going to have help with, really, because I'm not too sure myself. I've got some notes written down, but anyway, it's called Teasers and Things to Come. One of them is called Dave is Challenged. Now, does somebody else want to take over on the explanation on this one? Because I'm still a bit confused how this is going to work. So,
Stu, I think you know exactly how this is going to work. This is my idea. Dave claims that I'd come up with the title before I'd come up with the actual rules. But then, what we want to do this year is basically structure it a little bit so we've got some extra content going on. But I think us as a community, a small community of 5, are going to want to get together a few times. But the feature that I want to bring to the table for 2020 is Dave is Challenged. And that basically means that every single month, Dave gets to challenge one of us or all of us as a group against any game of his choice, any section of a game, any part of a game, or whatever. And and then we'll report back in the next podcast about whether or not Dave has been successful in his challenge.
excellent. So, Dave, what are your thoughts on this?
What's the opposite of a misconception? Is it just a conception?
A conception, yeah, like a coming.
So there is a conception that I'm not very good at video games.
That's a fact.
Exactly. Yeah.
This isn't conception. That's not a conception.
It's subjective and objective. Which one is it?
So yeah. So on that basis, we're going to do some challenges, and I've got to be honest with you guys. I need an early win, right? So I'm going to announce the first Davis challenge
you need
now.
to pick something.
Oh shit!
Oh, this I wasn't expecting.
That's off the script.
We were going to give you till January.
No. This is happening now.
Ooh,
right.
He's thought about it.
Shit.
Before you mention that, Dave, can I just say that you've just absolutely proved my point why Dave is challenging is a good thing, because the conception is that you're a shit gamer, but you're going to challenge us to say that's a misconception.
Yeah.
That's right. And particularly the first one.
Come on.
Right.
Is it
First,
Rocket
I'm going to
League
name the
against-
game,
if it
and
gets
then I'm
rich?
going to name the challenge
Yep.
within the game. Okay.
Okay.
So
on.
if you've got this game,
Go on then.
you're in the challenge. If you haven't got this game, well,
You're
actually,
safe.
you could. Well, no, you could buy it. It's not January the 1st yet, so you could buy it if you
That is
wanted.
true.
Okay, go on then. Go on then. Yeah, go on then. What's the
Pure
game?
pool.
Hey, we
Oh,
knew it would be
Hey.
that. We said that.
Right.
You
This
would
is
not
an
believe
early
how
win,
many
is it?
fucking hours I put into this game.
Honestly,
Okay.
It's my thing,
fine.
Rich. It's
We've
my
got time
thing.
I haven't got that. We got time to buy it. Fine. Pure pill. Who are you going
Well,
to
who's got it? I
challenge?
know Stu's got the game.
No, we've got time to buy it. Duane.
I'll challenge all
Dwayne,
of you. I'm that confident.
Dwayne,
Whatever. Any one of you.
Okay. Is it free?
No. It's about
No.
maybe 15 quid, something
it's
like that.
cheap. It was cheap though. It was
You
ridiculous.
bought it for like
Fucking hell.
fucking
Something like
80
5
pence.
or
On a PS4?
pennies, wasn't it? Yeah.
PlayStation, yeah.
Dwayne,
I
have you
haven't.
got it?
Shall I find?
Have you got a
don't
PS?
know.
I'll find the link.
All right. Okay, so whoever's willing to buy it can
Yeah,
challenge it.
yeah, right. So there's a particular you play pool. Obviously, there's a snooker add-on if you want, but I'm not interested in that in a minute because they have a particular challenge in it called Perfect Potter,
Hey.
So- which is all I ever play. When I play that, that's all. I
Right.
play.
Okay. Wow.
You have to pot as many consecutive balls as you can without missing.
Okay.
That's
the
the
challenge.
That's the
Okay.
challenge.
So can we challenge you on like the day before? So we can do the day before. So we got a month. We got a month to take you on.
Well, what I'm thinking is, yeah. So our next show is going to be what the end of
Yeah.
January. So between now and the end of January, whoever's got the game or who's going to buy the game needs to record how many balls they pot in Perfect Potter.
Okay.
I've just looked it up. It's $7.99 on the PSN right now, and I've
So-
put a link on the show.
$7.99. Can we all?
$7.99. What a
Can
bargain!
we-
What a bargain! That game's fucking amazing. $7.99.
Dwayne,
Oh my god!
James,
what a
can
steal!
you commit to that,
Yeah, I'll commit to that.
Dwayne?
I'll give it a go, but I'll be shit.
You can say no, because I'm.
That's good for Dave. Dave wants you to be shit.
But yeah, no. But listen, guys. Right, I'm helping you out here
Are
because
you? Or are you trying to
I'm
go
not.
for the
I'm
win?
not. I'm not blowing my own trumpet, but I am fucking good at this because I've just spent so many hours playing it.
Right.
But
On your own.
what I'm proposing we do is that you play it, you get to a score of how many balls you've potted, take a screenshot, whatever,
Why can't?
and then
why-
we all.
Hang on. Why can't we just play you at pool?
Oh, it's a bit of an arse doing multiplayer now,
It's
isn't it?
to be fair, it's Dave's challenge. You said Dave is
Yeah.
challenged. It's whatever he wants. You can.
It is whatever
Come on,
he
Rich.
wants. It's
Come
fine.
on, Rich.
Fine.
No, but hear me out. So we each have a go or a few goes, and you will pot as many consecutive balls as you're able to, or you think will win you the challenge.
Right.
So I might pot 50 balls in a row and think, do you know what? I don't think anyone else is going to pot more than 50, so I'll leave it there.
Right.
And then we'll reveal the numbers on the next podcast. And I might not win because I might
No.
pot 60.
Or someone might just lie.
No, screenshots.
No,
we
we got
can't
to
lie.
provide
Come on.
evidence, guys. Come on.
We're all truthful people here.
Screenshot, whatever.
Okay.
But it's possible that I'll stop because I think, do you know what? That nobody's going to beat that. But maybe Duane, who keeps professing he won't be very good, but maybe
I'm good at
will be.
Photoshop.
So that's the challenge. I need an early win,
Okay.
guys, because fuck me, I'm probably going to have 11 losses. So let's
Okay.
get a win
Excellent.
in first.
So the challenge has been laid. It's definitely
Dave is challenged.
Right then, and also we also have a lot of multiplayer games in our back catalogues, which are evergreens, I assume, all the most of them. So what we'll probably do is maybe get the community involved if they want to. You know, we may all have was it Killzone, the PS4 launch game because it came with the PS4. You know, have a community night or whatever. We might even do some streaming. I think we've been talking about streaming, haven't we? So how we're going to do that at the moment, not too sure. But we'll work these out because these are things to come. Also,
I think one of the biggest ones, Stu, is Star Trek.
yes,
Bridge
yes,
Crew,
yes.
most
I know
definitely.
Duane doesn't have that, but that is one I think we'll do
so
early doors.
good. I still need the platinum in that one, by the way. That could be help me get that platinum. And I think now we haven't really spoke about it. Well, we spoke about it just lightly, but we're all well. I don't know about you, Duane, but I think we're all going to MLGX next year. I believe
It's a bit tricky for me, but
most of us. Yeah.
Just hop on a bus,
Yeah,
mate. You'll be
it'd be
fine.
great.
Well, I think if whatever members are there or hosts are there, we will try and do a live show, and that'll be quite cool. Now, whether it's a part of the MLG or it's off or what, we don't know. We've not worked anything out, but it's things to come, teasers, So, and then this is something we've been throwing around the office. So we're gonna have kind of a internal competition, but the community are going to vote on it. So it's really like who's the host has been the best at the spirit of Year of Shame 2020, and the winner will be picked by the community. And then what we've decided is whoever the winner is, the losers will pay for their game in 2021, their first game, whatever game it is. Obviously, not a limited edition £4,000 box without the game.
Perhaps we should put our little choices down so don't take the piss.
Well, it'll be like a normal, £60. Well, we've put
James.
up to, that, to be fair,
James,
we've put up
what do you
to a
mean,
maximum
me?
of £15 each. So, that's a £60 game at the end of the day. Isn't
Yep.
it? So,
Yep.
yeah.
seems reasonable.
Voted best shamer.
Yeah, that's it. And so
That's
really,
right.
it's not even
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the amount of games you have completed, because our lists are so different. We've got so many different numbers. You can't say, oh, well, I completed more, so I'm better. Well, you could be just playing tiny little games. So it's like who's in the spirit, like Rich said, who's best at that. So right then. So is there any other things and teasers and things to come? Anybody else wants to add?
No.
I'll chuck a quick question in if I can.
Yeah.
The PlayStation sale at the minute is pretty good. So, is anybody planning any last
I've
minute
already
panic
done
No.
it.
buys?
Already done
And
it.
I
I'll
am
tell you
not.
what, Doom is £5.
Oh God! I see. I've always wanted to play that. Shit! Don't tell me that.
Dwayne-
It's £4.99.
Dwayne's been in full panic mode for about 4 days.
So
What have you been
I've
getting, Dwayne? What have you been
picked
buying?
up, Fallen Order, the Star Wars Jedi game. I've picked up Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
I've picked up. I'm getting Link's Awakening for Christmas. I picked up Transference, which is a VR game on the PlayStation 4. And I'm still kind of fishing around for any kind of last minute things which might kind of take my fancy. Because
Well, Dwayne, do you have
Wow.
do you have Star Trek? Do you have Bridge Crew?
yeah, Star Trek, man.
No, but Bridge Crew's so good. If we have it, then because
It's better than
Hang
Star
on, you
Wars.
have
Dwayne.
PSVR, Dwayne,
you need
and
it.
you've not got Bridge Crew.
You need it. You do need it.
Get
Right,
Bridge
if
Crew,
it's-
but because that is a 100% community game then.
Well,
It is great. And,
Dwayne, it's awesome.
and
mate.
there
It
is a kind
awesome.
of a campaign, so you could class it as that, but it's mainly an evergreen game. But it's if it's cheap, go for it. But before Christmas, obviously before New Year, see if you can get it on cheap on a disc. Go to CEX and see if it's there. It's a really good game.
I'll have a
It's
look.
so much fun, especially when you bark orders at Packer and he runs around like a mad fool.
It's a lot of fun.
Oh,
It's a lot of fun.
I'll give it a
Dwayne.
look.
Get it.
Right
Excellent.
then, I think now we're approaching the outro of the show. Unless there's anything else anybody wants to say before we start getting out of here.
No.
I need
Yeah,
a
me
wee
too.
wee.
Let's get
Well,
done.
we're nearly done, so just hold it in a bit longer. Right then,
This is
so
this is 3, 4, 5 middle-aged men. Haven't been for a piss in an hour.
Mate, I've been twice.
Speak for yourself.
I know you
I'm
have.
not.
I
I'm
know
not
you have.
middle-aged. So speak for
Oh,
yourself.
I definitely am.
now you just
Yeah,
had a hard
you are.
paper
You are.
round.
James.
That's what
You
you
are.
get.
get.
If you
mate.
make it past 70, Yarwood, I'd be surprised. So you're middle-aged.
Thanks very much.
Right, so the first episode of the official episode, because this is the preview or whatever intro episode. The first episode we're playing on at the end of January, maybe around about the 26th. But I think Year of Shame 7 have also got one in January, so we'll see that. But what we'll try and do is every month at the end of the month we'll try and hit that one. And now it may not always be all 5 of us. because of life and all that kind of stuff. But we'll try and get as many people together. And what we'll do, the people who can't be on the show at that time, hopefully they might be able to record something so we can drop it in and just see whatever they're going on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Are we still recording now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Good. Right then.
You pressed record, Rich, didn't you?
Don't say that.
Do I hit record now?
Yeah, to press it now, mate. Yeah,
Right.
quick.
I'm having kittens here. Right. We also encourage the community to send questions
Go
via
on,
Facebook,
Rich.
Twitter, and email. All that stuff, because it'll be be fun that you can ask us questions and all that kind of stuff. And also, the community, is there any ideas? Is there any segments you would like Dave to be challenged at? Or is there any segments you would like us to do? Is something what you want Duane to do, or Rich, or James, or myself? So any ideas? So the housekeeping part of it. So does anybody want to do the housekeeping? Or is it just going to be me?
No,
Somebody else
it's
want to
all
do it?
yours.
Dave does.
All mine, okay.
No,
So
Dave. I think Dave does housekeeping.
What?
Dave, do you want to do the housekeeping?
Yeah,
Is it
okay.
you in charge of housekeeping?
I'll do it.
Awesome.
We haven't planned it,
Go
but
on.
okay.
Come on, brother. Yeah, go
Well,
for it.
read the doc. You'll be fine.
So there is a Facebook group, Year of Shame Facebook group, which new listeners, that's a laugh. If we do get any new listeners, may not be familiar with, but yeah, there is a Facebook group. There is a Twitter, which is, I think, is just YOS8. It will end
Are
up
you
being.
reading the doc? Have you got the doc in front of you? It tells you all the information right there.
What?
Stu,
Well, hang on
leave
then.
him leave him roll. Leave him roll.
Yes.
Let him see if he can say at Year of Shame. Okay,
Hang
carry
on.
on.
Right, scroll down. Wait a minute, guys. Has everybody got their own Twitter account? Okay,
Yes.
Here we go. Right, so Twitter,
Yes, I
so it's
do.
at Year of Shame. Use hashtag YOS2020. There we go. You can
Yay.
email us. I don't know who's got access to the email. Is that you, Stu? Is it? I don't know. But it's yearofshame at
Don't worry, you can just
gmail.com.
email it. Don't worry. Yeah. And put year YOS 2020 in the subject line as well.
I don't think anybody's ever had an email regarding this, have they? So
No, I don't think so. But hey ho, you never know. We've got the things available. So
yeah, okay. Right. So and then in terms of individual Twitter handles, I'll just go around the room then, the virtual room, and you can say what yours are. So Duane, what's yours?
So my Twitter and PlayStation hashtag are Duanecube, so that's DuaneCube, and I think my Xbox gamer tag is Duanecube76, because I had to change it when I came here because Microsoft were like, oh, you're in a different country, you can't use it. It's like, yeah, whatever, man. So yeah, that's me.
Cool. Thanks, mate. My Twitter, to be honest, I don't even know what it is. It's written here. Stu, is that correct? Is
Excellent.
that correct, Stu?
yeah,
Se-
that's the one you gave me.
17
It's pronounced
Ravis.
Ravis.
Yeah.
I've got to fucking change it because it's shit.
What do you mean it's Ravis? Ravis as in Purvis?
I'm
Purvis.
going to
Do I
change
say
it so
Purvis?
listeners just ignore mine for now because it's rubbish and I'm going to change it. James, where can people reach you?
So my Twitter is at feeling chipper.
That's not
And
what I've got written down
it
here, but
is-
okay, that's fine.
What do you mean you haven't got? What have you got written down for my Twitter?
Yarwood JP.
JP.
Well, that's why. Well, actually, it's not. But my actual, it's at feeling chipper. But anyway, my
Where's that come from then? Yarwood JP. What's that?
that's my email address.
Plus his name and his,
It's being
his middle
changed.
name.
There you
Okay,
go.
I can't
Bit
get
changed as
I
we speak.
can't get everything right. I got one thing wrong. Come on, give me a break.
And my both my PSN and my Xbox Live are both JLucy15, JLEWSEY15. And
Nice.
that comes from being very, very young, very long time ago, and my favourite rugby player being Josh Lucy, who was the fullback for Wasps, who are my favourite rugby team.
Yes, and weirdly, my schoolmate, who was the reason I let James into the fever, because I thought it was just Lucy. There you go. How disappointed was I?
Thanks very much.
Right, Rich, could you say and spell yours, please? Yours is long. Your Twitter handle.
Okay, for my yes, I felt after guilt of being cruel Brit. My Twitter handle is at Sassenach_tweet because someone else has the name Sassenach, and I'm not bothering spelling it. Look it up.
Excellent.
Okay, Stu.
And you can get me at ThatStuart, which is also my PSN name is ThatStuart, and my Xbox One, which by the way I never use, but if you want to make friends with me on there, whatever, it's called ThatStew because I couldn't have that Stuart because somebody else had it.
Bastards.
Yeah, I know, absolute bastards.
One cares.
So and yeah, is that everybody?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yep.
Right, and the last bit is now any other business. Anybody else want to get rid of their dirty washing?
I just want to get my dirty wee wee out.
Okay.
I need to go. I need to go again as well.
Okay then. I think that's the end of the intro show. So we will see everybody in January. See you later. Bye.
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 Bye.